Hello, this is Ace, another lesson to demonstrate. What we're going to play today, after working on our strumming exercises, goes something like this. Right? So that didn't sound too complicated, but what that will help you do, these strumming techniques, is it will help you apply that to many other songs in many different styles. What I'm after with this is actually the fret muting and for consistent strumming here. And those in combination will make a typical progression sound way more interesting. So what I was playing there were, first of all, the power chord forms of G to C to F and back up to G. Alright, now what a lot of people starting off might do is they might just do down picks, or it may just come out sounding something like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Right, well that sounds pretty cool, but you know, if you want to get a nice reggae feel to it, well, that's all about the consistent strumming here, up and down for every eighth note, and a nice flexibility of fret muting, which is what we're going to work on. So, the most important thing to start out with is the up and down picking. Just keep that going. Let's start out with the G chord, and we're going to use power chord forms because we have fingers on every fret, and that will help us to do the fret muting later on. And let's just do up and down picking every eighth note for the G chord. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then work on the transitions to C and to F, right? So we want to make those kind of quick and fluid. You know, try not to break it up, pause with the rhythm. We'll just slow the strumming down enough so that you can get a nice fluid transition. Like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 4. Now that you start getting that, I'm trusting that you're going to practice that now and start nailing it. And when you come back and start getting a good feel for that and play it fast with the transitions, let's move on to the fret muting part of this lesson. So what I'm doing with the fret muting is, you may have heard it before, but what I'm doing is I'm pressing down on the strings when I want to play the chord, and I'm lifting off and just kind of dully putting my fingers on the strings when I kind of want to mute them. Watch. That's pressed. Now I just let them rest on the strings. Right? Play through slowly and just let your fingers be kind of dead on the string. So push and then relax them. Don't press any of them down onto the frets. Just make sure that they're kind of resting on the strings and deadening the sound. That's on, off. On, off. You know, I'm pretty much just, you know, making my fingers dead on the string. This is the same sound I want, and kind of a nice percussive sound. So let's try going 1 and 2 and mute, 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 mute. So 1 and 2 and right? Okay, that's pretty simple. Let's see if we can move that up to some other interesting rhythmic things. Let's try 1 and 2, 1, 2. Right? So you're starting to see that we can get kind of a nice tick, tick, tick percussive sound whenever we don't press down. So if we just keep that going, it will really help our song. So let's just strum through. And when you feel like it, you know, just lift off and press on. Right? You know, you can mix it up, whatever. Da 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 da. Right? Whatever rhythm. For example, reggae, you're going to be off on the downbeat and press up, press down on the upbeat. So you get like 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and like this. So if I play that, if I want to do sort of a reggae style with this chord progression, I would kind of accentuate the ands. So I go. Right? More or less. So give that a practice, play around with it, and you'll find that you'll start getting a lot of different neat sounding styles. So once again, let's play through the progression with what I kind of like, what I think it fits, the muting style that fits with it, I think is something more kind of like just a nice laid back, kind of alternative sunshine. That's what it sounds like. So, you know, I'll just let it be open and kind of, yeah, you know. Right? So now as an example, I'll move on to some other chord progressions. This is a really fun one to do with it. I know this lesson's getting on kind of long, but I just want to show you. Some of you may more like the Latin styles, and this is, I feel, comes off sort of like a nice salsa or something like that. Let's do A minor, that's up at the 5th fret, down to G, and then down to F, and down to E. Different fret muting styles, but I'm keeping the strumming hand here just kind of blown away. Now let's go back to our original progression. Right, so as you can see, there's a lot of different things you can do with this, and you'll start developing an ear and listening out for how you can represent other kinds of music with just simple fret muting and the rhythm change up.